Oh, Charlie.
You know our nurses. They've been working so hard for
He
this
knows
country.
them.
You know them very well.
You let my Mr. Baby.
And what do you make of
Hey, God.
what they are calling for and the strike action that they have?
Midwives start, I will close down.
No, please stop.
Say your piece.
Charlie, then you will give me second part too, because this thing I can't talk. It's a whole storyline, you understand?
Hey, you have picked up.
No, listen, I spoke with the nurse about the whole situation because I wanted to understand in-depthly what the issue was. And the nurse is one of the leaders in a district. So he's privy to the ins and outs of the meetings with the ministers, you understand? I mean the Minister of Health. So he told me about the situation on grounds, and basically the details of the situation he told me was they had an agreement with the previous government. And the agreement was to work on the terms of the conditions towards their work, which is around their work, and not even about their salary.
No, it's not even about their salary. It's the condition of service.
Please, let me, I'm building my story.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's about their condition of service, right?
Yes.
And he wanted to actually, they want them to work on certain things for them. One of which was very dear to his heart, which he told me, was a nurse working at a government firm and they can't have free healthcare in that firm they are working. It makes 100% sense. In fact, I seconded him and told him that how come their predecessors didn't think of something like this? Because we have people in government institutions who are having free healthcare, and they are not even health workers. How come you people who are in the field are supposed to pay for these things? You understand? So it makes sense.
Okay.
So you have this discussion with the previous government. Quite unfortunately for him, he told me personally, the nurse himself, who is part of the leadership caucus of the nursing, whatever they call them, told me personally that in the previous government, they bought some of their leaders. So on the day they are planning of getting the court this thing to implement their strike, then that they have a caucus called an envelope caucus. The previous government to go and corner them, and they are part of the leadership. Then those same people will take it to court again, form a new group, call themselves a different nursing group, and then ask court to put an injunction on their decision. So that was what was happening. That was why they couldn't go on strike during the previous government. Now you move it straight into this government. Now, this is a different government. He was making me understand that he's dealing with the government, and whichever government comes, it doesn't matter who you are. It's not about political party. It's about no two ways.
I've been educating you on this.
Oh, Charlie, this is your problem. Why are you cutting me?
I'm not cutting you. Yeah, but you be saying this here. The government is one. There's no MPP.
Whether you like it or not, whether government is one or two, it is political party that put people in government. So if you like it or not, it is the bidding of their political party they do, whether you like it or not.
Conclude why.
So I made him understand that yes, it's true. It's one government, but whether they like it or not, it is a political party that put them there. So when they are up there too, they have to make sure their vision and their mission align with what their political party wants. So I made him understand that. So currently we have a different government, and the different government, to me, or how I'll put it, is it's not a successive government. As in, it's not picking from the same political party that came in power. It's a different political party. So this is now a different leadership with a different vision and mission. You've had an agreement with apparently with the previous government, they've had agreement. What was left was implementation. And this government has come. You brought the issue before them. And then the Minister of Health told you that they will make sure they add it to their budget. They dropped the budget in March, and then your details were not part. In fact, nurses were not even discussed at all. Then you both got pissed. So meaning they've deceived you guys. Then the minister said, no, you know what? Let's find an appropriate time and have a rediscussion on the whole thing. And he gave them next year. Let's open renegotiation. According to the nurse, let's renegotiate next year, early next year, so that we start working on the whole thing again. And not a power on Pompono. Why should they be deceived? And our government is saying next year. And I asked him, wait, you had the previous government that was enveloping your leaders to place an injunction on your very own caucus strike they wanted to do. You have a government that is being honest with you and is telling you that they are facing some challenges now because of certain debt and restructuring. So because of that, let's have a renegotiation of whatever you've agreed with the previous government in our next year so that we can add everything in our next budget.
Okay.
To me, I think he was being honest and fair.
All right.
You wake up, and because this government didn't do exactly what the previous government, you've decided to go on strike. At least, unitima. You see, this is why I have my problem with. Be rational enough, because this man has been very upfront with you. Let's start talking, and it's even rational because, of course, whatever negotiation went with MPP or the previous government is totally different from them. Because now we have the CD dropping against the dollar. A lot has changed. A lot of taxes we used to pay back in the days have been changed. Now, so if he says, come and let's renegotiate the details of the list, I don't think it's wrong.
Yeah, but this is my question. Are you wrapping up? Because
yes, so basically what I'm trying to say is, if in the end, you have an understanding president, an understanding minister telling you this, and you rather use the strike on him to give him a bad name and a bad reputation, I think you are being inhuman. And such people deserve the leadership of Akufo-Addo. They are the reasons why God gives us people like Akufo-Addo to come and rule us. So that
what do you mean by that?
Yes, because we also were you not in Ghana in the 8 years when you were sitting here telling the president to change finance minister? Did you listen? When you have a president who is not willing to listen to you, when you even talk, when you are fighting for a change of reforms in your health sectors or within the nurses, and you corner certain nurse to go and place injunction on it.
Now we don't have evidence.
Please, what that evidence? It is from the nurse.
No, hold on.
Okay. And there are evidences online because apparently there are stories of other nurses group going to court to place injunction.
But that is Long John speaking, and Long John is entitled to this statement. This statement doesn't represent us as to whether whoever was conniving with nurses leadership, it is you. Right. It is not any of us or this platform. Right. All I'm trying to say is that, I'll give you the opportunity to speak, but I believe strongly that in a spirit of honesty, I felt like the health minister should have told them that no, it's not going to appear in this year's budget. And I felt like probably if you had said that to them, maybe
no. Listen,
you have said
we always no. I want you to understand this.
Can you mute his mic? Let him speak because your time is almost up. No, because I just felt like let them know before the budget came out.
I'm going to use Long John's words against him. Okay, it's going to be so simple. Because you made a statement. You said when the government came, they approached the minister.
Yes. And then he told them that they'll try to capture it in their budget.
Yes. And was it captured?
Good. Now let me hold on. No. Don't ask me that. Hold on. You asked me a question. Let me answer.
I'm not answering your question.
You're not asking me a question. Then answer it yourself.
Yeah, because you already answered. You said
no. Yes. What I'm trying to tell you is,
already answered.
You see,
don't answer.
No, stop that.
I know the answer.
No, stop that.
I know the answer.
You asked me a question and look at how you guys are not being fair.
It's a rhetorical question.
He asked me a question.
I said I didn't answer your question. It was a rhetorical question.
Wow!
Because you already answered the question. The question is, was it captured? No, it wasn't captured. First of all, you said the minister was honest and truthful. According to your narration, the minister was dishonest. No, wait. Hey. According to your narration, the minister was dishonest because if you did not know the state of the economy, what we could have said was, I will talk to the finance minister to see. But if you said you capture it, and then you came here saying that when they said the budget, they didn't even talk about nurses. Yes. And that's what you need to understand. MPP or NDC, when it comes to governance and when it comes to groups, they don't see MPP NDC. They see president, minister. Yes. They don't see party.
And they see Ministry of Health. Which
yes. And it is what? Condition of service. Yes. You get it. You are here saying some people were giving envelopes and then okay, let's assume they gave people envelopes. Please, so what is stopping this current government from having a civil discussion with this organization and trying to figure a way not to escalate the strike? We are having pro-government journalists use their platforms to chastise nurses when these same people under the MPP government. When MPP government had issues with nurses, were sympathetic to the issues of the nurses. Yeah. Now they are saying the nurses are being overpampered.
Because we are seeing what is happening.
Somebody who doesn't wait. Somebody who doesn't have condition of service, how they pump out? Talk to me. Somebody who doesn't have condition of service. Yeah. How is the person being pampered? I want to understand. How is it that when I'm a nurse and I fall sick, and I fall sick, I cannot visit the same hospital and I have to pay? Abi, you get.
It is so disheartening.
So if you know it is disheartening, this is the thing. If you know it is disheartening,
Do you know what I was speaking to?
then
Don't use my word against me. I beg you, wait, please.
wait. If you know it is disheartening, then remove the political speck from your eye and think about the common person who has gone through school, went for like 3 or 4 years before being enrolled into the service, who doesn't have condition of service. Instead of thinking about your political goals and gains, what if you were a nurse? What if your sister was a nurse? Will you come and tell us because I'm a nurse and I'm NDC? So because NDC says we should not get our condition of service, we should not get. I'm not.
And very unfair to a person.
I'm not talking to you.
Sit here and misquote me. He's misquoting me.
I did not quote you. First of all, I did not quote you. I've not quoted you. I'm saying that if it was you,
you are misrepresenting my opinion.
No, if you were a nurse,
in an honest
wait, if you were a nurse,
but this is what I want to see.
And it was happening to you. You see, we are trying to politicize this matter.
You see my point.
That's what
I was trying to do.
I'm not talking about you, and in general
Very
sense,
unfair.
because you know, here's the
Very
thing.
unfair.
Do you know something Long John said?
Yes.
He might not think he's politicizing it. But if you come and tell us that there were leaders who were getting envelopes from the previous government, I'm trying to tell us there were leaders who were in the previous. Yes.
You see, so now let me tell you this.
And are you trying to say we do not have leadership in the nursing who are in bed with the NDC?
Hold on. Currently, then the leader of the nursing, the woman leading the nursing
that's where it's going to go.
You see?
Here's the thing. Just because my husband is a politician, it means I cannot head.
Look, you sat here and told me that I should speak statement of fact, something we can verify. Yes. You have not. You in fact discharge yourself. Thank you. I am referring you to his husband, and you are now running away from
I'm not running.
Why are you doing that?
You are making. He's making.
When Professor Janko
an
was leading lectures to go on strike, what were people not telling him?
Did he get political appointment?
Oh, Charlie.
Did he get political appointment after? Yes. He got political appointment.
All I want him to understand is whether he likes it or not, government or no government, there's still politics at play everywhere you find yourself. So stop what you do and try.
I get you. But what he's trying to see, the statement he's trying to say, which is unverified. Yes. He's trying to say because the lady is probably married to an MBB politician.
I wasn't even coming to that.
She is trying to sabotage the current government.
The woman is currently not in the country, and I've seen a credible news story online that the minister wanted to meet them. But since the woman is not in the country, the meeting has not been able to hold.
So for me,
she didn't travel.
You see what I say?
Don't worry. For me, I think the reason why I've been very critical about some of these issues when they come up is most of the people who are heading these ministries were ranking members. They knew the issues at hand.
Oh.
Because when you look at someone like Honorable Mintaka, there was a ranking member and was, paying a surprise visit at the health facilities. But he said that he wants the retired nurses to come in, which people had. I think the statement didn't sit well with many people.
No, it's right because we need emergency people at the wards. Well, we need look. What the nurses are doing is being unfair.
Retired nurses don't come because there's no condition of service.
Okay. All right, guys. That's how we wrap up the show today. Thank you guys for joining me on the show. I've got some lot of messages. I mean, some people are telling me that former President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama met the nurses during the campaign time and promised to meet their conditions. So why are you not doing that? I think a nurse sent this.
Why are you people like this?
So that's why I was saying.
So it could be next year. No, they didn't give a date. They didn't give a date.
But I'm saying,
the person who sent it asked me to give a date.
And nurses say they don't want next year, they want this year.
Look at so
I think some of the nurses are even saying they should address some of their issues.
Yeah. Why are you not being fair?
But guys, that's our show for you today. I'm continuing to watch DGN, wrapping up the show, and I love you guys for coming through, man. They're always passionate about national issues. Continue to watch DGN, and don't forget to purchase your food at Cho Palace. Details of Cho Palace on your screens right now. So make sure when you're looking for a great food to eat, delicious meal to eat, and their food are actually affordable as well. So make sure you patronize Cho Palace.